Installing a processor and heatsink. Install the CPU onto a carrier. Note: do not touch the surface on the bottom of the CPU. Make sure the handle on the carrier is in the closed position. Align the triangular marks on the CPU with those on the carrier, and then insert the marked end of the CPU into the carrier. Hold the inserted end of the CPU in place, and then push the unmarked end of the carrier down and away from the CPU. Press the CPU and secure the sides under the clips on the carrier. Apply thermal grease. Use a syringe to apply 4 uniformly spaced and sized dots of thermal grease to the top of the CPU. Note: do not allow the thermal grease on the CPU or heatsink to come into contact with anything else. Contact with any surface can compromise the thermal grease, rendering it ineffective. Thermal grease can damage components such as the electrical connectors in the CPU socket. Install the CPU and carrier onto the CPU heatsink. Align the triangular mark on the CPU carrier with the triangular slot on the underside of the heatsink, and then attach the CPU to the underside of the heatsink by inserting the processor carrier posts and clips into the openings at the 4 corners of the heatsink. Install the processor heatsink module into the system board socket. Move the anti-tilt pins outward to the locked position. Fully tighten the Torx T30 nuts following the installation sequence shown on the heatsink label. Reinstall the air baffle. If necessary, reinstall all the flash power modules. Reinstall the server cover.